Ladies and gentlemen, just a quicker video for you today. If you've been hanging around the channel recently, you probably know I've been doing a fair bit of testing with our Void Grenades. And as someone who spends nearly all their time on Warlock and never really looked into the Void Wall Grenade too deeply until the Void subclass rework, I've been pretty impressed with just how much damage it can output. And thank you to Armin Gotra for getting my brain gears turning on this one. Just how much more powerful could these Void Wall Grenades get? Short answer, a lot. A lot more powerful. I brought 3 specific pieces into play to amplify the damage. The Echo of Remnants fragment, increasing the total duration of the Void Wall Grenade to 7 seconds. The Echo of Undermining, which allows Void Grenades to apply a weaken effect to a target. This results in enemies taking 15% more damage, at the cost of 20 discipline. But the last piece is where we're going to see the big gains. The Warlock Exotic Helmet, Verity's Brow. Weapon Final Blows with a damage type matching your subclass energy grant Death Throws, which provides a grenade damage bonus and grants you grenade energy. This will stack up to 5 times, rewarding a 20% grenade damage increase for each stack. So at 5 stacks, the damage increase is 100%, double damage. In my previous testing, I established that a base Void Wall Grenade could deal approximately 158,000 points of damage versus Carl if he eats every last bit of the damage. With the Echo of Remnants fragment extending the wall's duration, we were closer to 188,000. If we factor in Verity's Brow's double damage plus the 15% debuff from the Echo of Undermining, we should be looking at around 430,000 points of damage from a single grenade, an absolutely absurd amount, but it does check out in game. On this grenade, when all of our ducks are in a row, the blast scores 14,476, the initial wave has split damage values at 12,747 apiece, and the damage ticks from the wall energy itself are registering 13,384 each. Add them all up and that's just over 440,000 points of potential damage that Carl could have taken. And I do say could've because Carl has just over 300,000 total hit points. His entire health bar is sucked away 5.6 seconds after the grenade's initial impact. To put this kind of damage into perspective, this is more than 4 crits from Sleeper Simulant, just a little bit less than 5 pairs of rockets fired from Two-Tailed Fox, and we're out damaging a Cataclysm Nova Bomb by about 170,000 points of damage. This is massive damage from a single grenade. And since pretty much everyone under the sun has some sort of infinite grenade build this season, if you don't have one, look around on YouTube, support some other Destiny 2 content creators. There are plenty of build videos out there. But I mean, you can pass these grenades out like Halloween candy. If you're the type of person who turns their nose up at 440,000 points of damage, you can eke out a bit more. If you use Tractor Cannon to apply the debuff, rather than Echo of Undermining, remember, only one debuff at a time folks, you'll be working off an immediate 30% debuff. So the initial blast is going to see a boost as well. 21,008 from the blast, 29,540 from the first wave, and the damage ticks are rolling off at 15,130 apiece. Grand total, 509,848. Over 500,000 damage. I mean, how much do you want from a single solitary lone grenade? But with all this damage, also comes contingencies. Since the high-end damage is heavily reliant on Verity's Brow, you do need to be on a Warlock. The exotic requires you to pair Void weapons with your Void subclass to accumulate stacks of Death Throws. This very well could hinder your elemental diversity in content where the match game modifier is turned on. Stacks of Death Throws also have an 11-second expiration timer tied to them, and since these stacks are tied to kill activation, there's no guarantee that you're always going to have max stacks built up when you're looking to deal that big single target damage. And maybe the most annoying thing, so much damage is being applied that this grenade will stagger enemies, hard and often. The grenade produces a long, but very thin line of void energy. If the target staggers, there's a very good chance that they're going to be pushed out of the area of effect, resulting in the loss of a good bit of the grenade's damage. But it's not all doom and gloom as far as the grenade's situational viability. In higher level content, where you need that increased damage the most, is where this grenade setup could have the most promise. Obviously, like I mentioned earlier, you do need to be mindful of the shield types that you're going to be facing, but if the iron modifier is turned on, enemy targets will not stagger. They're going to stand and bang no matter how much damage you pour on them, making the big boy enemies in that activity prime targets for a juiced up Void Wall. And in the same vein, this can serve as a great champion buster. Unless of course you are facing Scorn champions who irritate me so much that I want to smash my head into my monitor, but in all seriousness, you stun a champion, lock them up, and one of these grenades is almost certainly going to put them down. And on top of all that, the Void Wall is just a good general grenade. Great single target damage, strong ad clearing, long duration, fast tick rate. The grenade does its job, and shouldn't be overlooked. And yeah, both the grenade and the setup do have their pitfalls, but there is a ton of damage potential here. Try it out for yourself if you think that you could put it to good use. And if you did enjoy this video, please remember to leave it a like and consider subscribing to the Ironworker Gaming channel if you'd like to catch more of my Destiny 2 content in the near future. If you'd be interested in joining a great community full of awesome Guardians, the Ironworker Gaming Discord link is in this video's description. And as always, if you have any thoughts or anything to add, drop them down in the comments. I do my best to read and respond to them all. But with all that being said, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.